Have joined us today, virtually from different parts of the world in this first edition of International Web Conference. Ramco Institute of Technology has taken this excellent initiative, paving way to have intellectual and scientific deliberation by harnessing the technology to the maximum during these testing times of pandemic and lockdown. This conference has received an overwhelming response, with around 2,300 delegates registering to participate from across the world, and with around 320 students and researchers presenting their scientific research papers today and tomorrow. Multiple LMS platforms like Google Meet, WebEx are used to conduct this web conference in parallel sessions. Now let's begin this conference with the invocation.
சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் திக்கணமும் அதிர்ச்சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you. RIT is led by our dynamic principal, Dr. L. Ganesan, who has been in the forefront in encouraging researchers who are engaged in path-breaking research that will have a telling positive effect in the lives of people. Our principal himself is an avid researcher and teacher, having an experience of more than 30 years. He himself has published over 100 research articles in international journals and conferences. He is also a fellow member of Institution of Engineers, Calcutta, and life member of Indian Society of Technical Education, New Delhi. He has visited top-ranked technical universities in the UK as part of his TUQIP activities during 2009-10. We are truly privileged to have him as our principal. I now request him to welcome the gathering.
International Web Conference on Smart Engineering Technologies 2020. Respected Chairman Sir, CEO Sir, and distinguished guests, academicians on the dais and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. I am indeed very happy to associate myself in the inaugural function of the conference arranged by our Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam, during 26th and 27th of this year. First of all, I welcome our beloved Chairman Sir, who gave permission readily to conduct this web conference in our campus during this period. Next, I welcome our CEO Sir, Dr. R. Venkatraj, for being associated with all our activities and give guidance at appropriate times. Then I welcome our Vice Principal, Dr. S. Rajakarnakaran, Chief, the Conference Secretary, Dr. S. Kannan, professors and heads of various departments, and other office bearers who shoulders additional responsibilities and enthusiastic involvement in making this virtual conference a reality. Then I welcome all the learned professors and academicians from other colleges in and abroad who have accepted our invitations to present keynote addresses and invited talks. They review the conference papers on various metrics and finally selected few for presentation on these days. I also welcome all the moderators, session coordinators, whose timely involvement make the conference chaos-free and streamlined. Lastly, I welcome our presenters who are going to share their ideas and research outcomes. To the participants, in an international forum on these days. Earlier days, we used to travel and meet the professors and experts and waited long for discussion with them regarding the research and developments. Now, due to the invention of various smart tools and techniques, we are bringing the entire world into our computers and mobile phones. These achievements had not been achieved on overnight. It was with various deliberations, presentations, sincere efforts, and experiments only this was possible to get achieved. Our elders suffered, struggled, and found out useful gadgets which we are enjoying. Now it is our prime responsibility, duty to reciprocate and find still better for our younger generations to come. So this conference provides a way for the young researchers and budding technologists to produce such good things. Smart engineering describes methods, processes, and IT tools for the interdisciplinary, system-oriented developments of innovative, intelligent, and networked products, productive plants, and infrastructure, commonly known as Industry 4.0. We hear about smart engineering, smart manufacturing, smart factory, smart phones, smart materials and construction, smart electrical devices and appliances, smart infrastructure, smart business, etc. This conference would discuss, deliberate, and gives out best ideas and concepts for future generations on these above-mentioned topics. With these few words, let me conclude my welcome address, and once again I welcome all the academicians, researchers, and budding presenters, participants to have a fruitful and enjoyable 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are glad to present to you the presidential address by our chairman, Shri P.R. Venkatramaraja. Shri P.R. Venkatramaraja is the chairman of Ramco Group of Companies. He obtained his bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from the University of Madras, Iwcset campus, and master's degree in business management from the University of Michigan, USA. His philosophy of technology keeps you ahead resulted in him establishing Ramco Systems that focuses on enterprise management applications and emerging technologies.
Good morning, everybody.
Today, Ramco
As the chairman
Systems
of
is
Ramco
one of the
Institute
top
of Technology-
100 enterprise solution providers in the world. With diverse business interests, Shri P.R. Venkatramaraja brings with him over 30 years of business experience, astute management skills, and a technological edge that have enabled him to serve on the boards of several companies of the well-diversified Ramco Group of Industries, such as Messrs. Rajapalli Mills Limited, Ramco Cements Limited, and Ramco Industries Limited. As the chairman of the Governing Council of Ramco Institute of Technology, his advice has helped us to stay ahead of times. With these few words, let me now invite all participants to listen to his presidential address.
Good morning, everybody. As the chairman of Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalyam, it is with great pleasure I extend a very warm welcome to all academicians, researchers, and students from all over the world who are participating in our first international web conference on Smart Engineering Technologies 2020. Our engineering college is hosting this event during the COVID pandemic. The objective of this event is to focus on developments and innovations which are important during this testing time. Hence, our engineering college has planned this web conference to provide a platform for researchers, academic experts, and practitioners from industry in India and abroad. The purpose is to share their innovative ideas, experiences, and research insights. This event is jointly organized by the Departments of Civil, Mechanical, Electrical and Electronics, Electronics and Communications, Computer Science and Engineering, and Science and Humanities departments. The Ramco Institute of Technology is backed by an industrial conglomerate, the Ramco Group of Industries. It is engaged in the manufacture of cement, building materials, textiles, and software and is having a presence in India and abroad. Established in the year 2013, Ramco Institute of Technology has made a mark among the top Anna University affiliated engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu. The teaching and learning process has to be project-based, where students try to solve real-world problems. This will motivate them to get a clear understanding of the various concepts in engineering and science. RIT wishes to promote this approach to learning. Hosting the Iwcset 2020 is an outcome of our commitment to promote this approach to learning. The exchange of research ideas and the approach to design and problem solving which we can learn from such a conference is bound to inspire all of us into deeper learning. Iwcset 2020 is a collective effort of various committees, and I appreciate their good work for hosting this event. I hope the collection of papers and invited talks in various branches of science and engineering will provide an insight into the trends in emerging technologies. I appreciate all the participants, research scholars and reviewers for their enthusiastic. I hope that this conference is a grand success. On this memorable occasion, I also appreciate the various digital forums and their creators who are also part of this conference. I am delighted to inaugurate this virtual conference, Iwcset 2020 of the Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are glad to welcome Dr. R. Venkatraj, Chief Educational Officer, Ramco Group of Educational Institutions. He has completed BTech in Textile Technology from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore, and MTech and PhD in Textiles from IIT New Delhi. He has served as principal at PAC Ramasamy Raja Polytechnic College, Rajapalayam, for 2 decades from 1999 till 2019. He has been the Director of Planning and Development and Controller of Examination at Anna University of Technology, Chennai from 2010 to 2011. He has been the Board of Studies member at the Directorate of Technical Education. He has visited RWTH, Aachen University, Germany, and signed MOU with various research centers for faculty and student exchange program of Anna University of Technology, Chennai. He has published 22 papers in various national and international journals and presented a number of papers in national and international conferences. I request Dr. R. Venkatraj sir to offer his felicitation.
Very good morning to you all. Dear Principal of Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam, Professor L. Ganesan, Chief Patron of International Web Conference on Smart Engineering Technologies 2020, Co-Patron, Vice Principal, Professor and Head of Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Raja Karnakaran, Organizing Secretary, Professor and Head of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, Dr. Kannan, all heads of department, internal advisory committee members, and conveners of the conference, I deem it as honor to be part of the inaugural function of the conference held at Ramco Institute of Technology today and tomorrow. The research and development and academic activity should not be dampened due to the worldwide pandemic problem, and hence Ramco Institute of Technology aptly planned this web conference on 32 emerging topics in various engineering and science subjects. Number of subtopics listed in each main topic gives further insight on the technology relevant to the current scenario and also for the future. RIT is always on the forefront to promote the appropriate technology which will be useful for the industry and common man. Our staff and students actively engage in R&D activities and act as solution providers. Water resource management in dry lands, banana tree support system, and few R&D projects which help the farmers to directly adapt the benefit. Within 8 years of existence, I am happy to note that RIT staff and students team cultivated the research culture in the campus. I am sure that this conference will throw more light on the appropriate technology during this testing time. Further, I am happy to place on record that 19 academicians from abroad have given consent to the members of Internal Advisory Board. Eminent academicians such as Professor M.S. Anand, former director of IIT Madras, Professor M.S. Palnisamy, former Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Open University, renowned professors of NIT, IITs, and other leading educational institutions numbering 28 constitute the National Advisory Board. I appreciate the collective effort taken by the HODs and their faculty team to conceive this web conference. In total, there are 235 papers selected for presentation during these 2 days of conference. Totally, 2,329 entries have been received. Out of them, 235 have been selected for presentation. I am confident that the novel ideas and innovative concept showcased in these 2 days will be transformed into real application and give a thrust to Make in India mantra. I wish the conference a grand success and will be in our memories forever. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The chief guest for today's inaugural function is Dr. Sebastian Kott. Dr. Sebastian Kott works as professor in management and supply chain management in the Faculty of Management at Częstochowa University of Technology, Poland. He has over 20 years of teaching, research, and managerial experience in higher education. He is the extraordinary professor in the School of Economic Sciences at the Northwest University, South Africa. He is the founder and co-editor of Polish Journal of Management Studies. He is also a member of SB Advanced Logistics Systems and Supply Chain Management Journal. It is our honor to have him as the chief guest. Let us now listen to his inaugural address.
Good morning. I'm Sebastian Kott, and I would like to welcome all the participants of International Web Conference on Smart Engineering Technologies. I'm very happy to be with you. Let me share some presentation. I am from Częstochowa University of Technology. This university is rather big considering Polish environment. I think that considering India environment is not so big. I would like to share some my results of researches on sustainable supply chain management in small and medium companies. As you know, sustainable supply chain relates to managing environmental, social, and business influences. Generally, supply chain management cannot work without some smart technologies. So you are very useful for this idea of management, and I think that it is very necessary. But sometimes we are forgetting about sustainability. So what does it mean? It means merging of the economical, social, and environmental area. What was the aims of my study? It was analyze current state of literature in relation to managing supply chain in SMS, and presentation of empirical findings on sustainability in Polish small and medium enterprises. I found in the literature that big enterprises, transnational corporations, are a very popular topic in relation to sustainability of supply chains. However, small and medium enterprises is a very rarely topic. So because of that, I started to research this problem. I studied 383 enterprises in Poland in this area. It was enterprises mainly working more than 15 years on the market. Relatively small number of new enterprises was the subject of this study. I asked some representatives of these enterprises, and mainly, as you can see, owners and co-owners, and as well as head directors were the respondents of this inquiry. As you can see, main enterprises, main participation of the enterprises were logistics and transportation enterprises, as you can see, more than 14%. Services, almost 16%, and wholesale and retail trade, 17%. What I have researched, I divided the elements, business elements in supply chain management on many here presented elements of the decision. So it means cooperation in inventory and logistics management, use of information technologies to increase the efficiency of communication, and so on. But I would like to stress on some most important elements of this business area in supply chain management in small and medium enterprises. So what I found that the most important are building long-term relationships based on establishing guidelines. As you can see, the huge number of the answers. Also, the standardization of quality policy for both products and processes with established guidelines. The most important also was information sharing about the customer requirements and design plans, as well as common procedures to provide feedback from customers to the product development. As you can see in this area, it's a great possibility to introduce some smart technologies, and I count on you to consider these results and to provide some ideas how to improve this. Okay, but let's go to the other areas, because business area is the most studied areas, but let's talk about the environmental areas. In environmental areas of supply chain management, you can find the most important are environmental friendly production process. Also, active towards reduction of amounts of waste, and finally, recycling of defective and waste products. I believe that also in this environmental area, we can find many areas for the smart engineering technologies. It means, for example, recycling. It means also the friendly, environmental friendly production as well. Let's see the results of my studies in social elements in supply chain management. And what was surprising, general respondents consider this area, social elements in supply chain management, as the most important. And you can see the majority of the answer in this area. But what were the most important in this? Providing health and safety equipment. As you can see, it was the study before the COVID-19 epidemic, but also before, people were very careful about the providing healthy and safety equipment. Also, considering the answers, what is important, timely and lawful payment of taxes and fees payable. Yes, we would like our enterprises to be fair in relation to our government, to our social surroundings. Also, the clearance of taxable incomes. We would like to know where the income, where the taxes are going, because as you know, many enterprises, especially big enterprises, they are transferring their incomes and they are transferring their taxes to some other countries, not the country they are providing their services, not the country they are producing. So it is also important for the sustainability of supply chain management. Okay, Here is some statistics about the importance of particular areas. It means business, social, and environmental. And what I found that just base statistics, average of the answer, what is important. So it shows that business elements average is about 3.54. What about the environmental? It's surprising. Business is not so important in relation to environmental, and it shows that it is 3.77. So it's much more important. But when I consider the average answer in the social elements, is some supply chain management, I found that it is much more important, 4.15. So people are, especially directors, owners, they are taking care about social area in small and medium enterprises in relation to supply chain management. So here you can see some figures about it, and the social area is the most important. It's surprising because many of the literature showed that business is the most important to small and medium enterprises. However, I found completely different that the social is very important. And this is some conclusions about it. As you can see, first of all, I didn't confirm that small and medium enterprises seems to avoid environmental responsibility or avoid social area. It's contrary to these results. Small and medium enterprises applied strong pressure to the social elements. It means they are considering personal relationships in the supply chain much more important than business. And the practice is showing this very clearly, that social area and environmental area are completely much more important. It's surprising, but in this study it shows very important. Okay, finally, I would like to invite you, first of all, for the common studies, because I can see the silo, the functional silo between engineering and between social science. So I invite you for the common researches, common publication with the people from social and business studies together with the engineering. Because engineers, you are very important, you are at the beginning of every product, in the stage of planning, stage of production, but sometimes there is lack of engineers at the end of, at the customer service, at the marketing. So sometimes it's important to exchange our knowledge, to exchange our experience, and I encourage you to consider some kind of collaboration. Okay, no presentation without advertisement is good. So this is also the advertisement. I am also the managing editor of the Polish Journal of Management Studies, and I welcome you for common researches, for common publication, and generally for the development of collaboration, international collaboration between Poland and India. Thank you for your attention. Thank you again for the organizers for this invitation to this inaugural speech. I wish you very fruitful conference. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir. I now request our CEO, Dr. R. Venkatraj, to release the book of abstracts of this web conference. I request our principal, Dr. L. Ganesan, to receive the same.
Thank you, sirs. RIT has always emphasized on quality research. One such eminent professor and researcher in our college is Dr. S. Kannan, a Boycast Fellow and the HOD of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. He is also the coordinator of Ramco Institute of Technology Research Council. He has completed his PhD from MK University, Madurai, and an expert in power systems. His DST-sponsored major research project involving power systems has made lasting vibes in the field of electrical engineering. He is also a well-published researcher with more than 150 publications in journals, conferences, book chapters, and magazines. He is also a member of around 7 professional societies. He is the organizing secretary of this conference. I now call upon Dr. S. Kannan, HOD of EEE, to give a briefing about this conference.
Good morning to all. Respected Dr. R. Venkatraj sir, CEO, Ramco Group of Educational Institutions. Dr. L. Ganeshan, Principal, Ramco Institute of Technology. Dr. S. Rajakarnagaran, Vice Principal, Ramco Institute of Technology. Professor S. Dharmar, Head, Department of Civil Engineering. Dr. K. Vijayalakshmi, Head, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Dr. S. Periyanayahi, Professor and Head, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Dr. Basari Kodi, Professor and Head, Department of Mathematics. All the committee conveners of this conference, Iwcset 2020, all the committee members, faculties, student volunteers, and the supporting staff. Good morning to one and all present here. I am pleased to welcome you to the International Web Conference on Smart Engineering Technologies, IWC SET 2020. While the world is gripping with the spread of global pandemic, COVID-19, we at Ramco Institute of Technology have ventured to host the International Web Conference on Smart Engineering Technologies, IWC SET 2020, on 26 and 27 June 2020, today and tomorrow. This is an interdisciplinary conference for advancement of science and technology towards smart and sustainable development. IWC SET 2020 is an initiative towards scientific deliberation amid lockdown, quarantine, and social distancing. IWC SET 2020 aims to cover the thrust areas of various streams in civil engineering, computer science and engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, electronics and communication engineering, mechanical engineering, mathematics, physics, and chemistry. The conference will serve as a platform to the UG, PG students, faculty members, research scholars, and industry people for the promotion of original academic research on science and technology. We are very delighted with the overwhelming response we have received from participants from academia, industry, and research backgrounds. This conference has brought together more than 2,500 participants who will be deliberating on the use of smart engineering technologies to address global issues. We at Ramco Institute of Technology are committed to provide a good platform to discuss the scope, importance, and need for employing smart engineering technologies. Also, we are the one conducting the first international web conference in south side of Tamil Nadu. We are conducting this conference using the platform of Cisco WebEx, Google Meet, and also YouTube live stream. RIT was established in the year 2013 with a vision to impart high quality engineering education at an affordable cost. It is accredited by NAC. It offers 5 UG programs. It has 3 centers of excellence supported with industry and modern laboratories. The college has signed MOUs with research organizations and industries in order to promote closer interaction with other institutions in the areas of technology and development, training of students, curriculum updation, and development of state-of-art centers. R&D projects sponsored by DST, Institution of Engineers India Limited, AICTE, and TNSEST are undergone by our college. We have Anna University approved research center for the Department of Chemistry. In our college, the faculty were continuously doing at least 1 or 2 courses per semester in popular platforms like Coursera or edX, supported by our management. Also, the faculty are undergoing in-plant training during the winter and summer vacations. The chief guest for our conference is Dr. Sebastian Cote, Professor, Faculty of Management, Częstochowa University of Technology, Poland, delivered the inaugural address on the topic Sustainable Supply Chain Management in Small and Medium Companies. Today, the keynote address will be delivered by Professor Dr. Yusri bin Yusuf, Professor, University Tan Hussein from Malaysia, on the topic Case Studies on IR 4.0 in the Manufacturing Industry. Tomorrow's keynote address will be delivered by Dr. S.K. Ramesh, Professor, California State University, Northridge, USA, on the topic Role of Professional Societies in Engineering Education. The speakers from various countries such as Bangladesh, Sweden, USA, and UK have been invited for delivering their special address. I will give a chart of department-wise the invited talk going to be presented during this 2 days conference. From Mathematics Department, Dr. R. Kala, Professor and Head, Department of Mathematics, Mananmaniam Sundarnar University, is going to deliver the topic Graphs from Algebraic Structure. In Physics Department, Dr. M. Pandyraj, Scientist, Electronics, Electrolytes and Electrocatalyst Division, CSIR, is going to deliver the topic Biosensor Technologies, Tracking Our Health Anywhere, Anytime. From Chemistry Department, Dr. Vijay Shankar Asokan, Postdoc Fellow, Chemistry and Chemical Engineering Department, is going to deliver the topic Electron and Hole Transport Layers of Perovskite Material Based Solar Cell Device. Also from Chemistry Department, Dr. Sudhakar Pichamuthu, College of Engineering, Swansea University, UK, is going to deliver the topic Star to Hydro Generation, Fundamentals and Perspectives. From Civil Engineering Department, Engineer Anil Kumar Pillai, General Manager, Technical Services, Ramco Cements Limited, is going to deliver the topic Approaches through Sustainability, an overview on materials, practices and specifications. One more invited talk from Civil Engineering Department, Dr. Muhammad Kasala, Head Civil and Architecture Section of Engineering from Oman, is going to deliver the topic Recent Trends in Construction. From Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, Dr. S. Bhaskar, Professor and Dean, Research and Development, Theorajar College of Engineering, Madurai, is going to deliver the topic Introduction to Evolutionary Computing. Also, Dr. Sivaji Chakravarti, Director, NIT Calicut, Kerala, is going to deliver the topic Partial Discharge Phenomena in High Voltage Equipment and Detection. From ECE Department, there are 3 invited talks. Dr. Nikhil Mariwala, Convener of Atal FDP, Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra, is going to deliver the topic Software Defined Radios. Mr. Ranga Krishnan, Consultant, Shankar, New York, USA, is going to deliver the topic Machine Learning and Deep Learning for Medical Applications. And the third invited talk from ECE Department, Dr. N. Malmurugan, Principal, Mahendra College of Engineering, Salem, is going to deliver the topic Deep Learning in Signal Processing. From Department of CSE, Dr. Saila Saganas, Professor Tripoli, Bangladesh University, is going to deliver the topic Research and Innovation, Smart Technologies Support SDGs. Also, Dr. Narendran Rajagopalan, Assistant Professor, CSE, NIT Karaikal, is going to deliver the topic Introduction to Blockchain and its Applications. From Mechanical Engineering Department, Dr. A. Rajadurai, former Dean, MIT Chennai, is going to deliver the topic Current Trends in Finite Element Analysis. And Dr. Yusri bin Yusuf, Professor Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, Malaysia, is going to deliver the topic Case Studies on IR4 in the Manufacturing Industry. There are 14 invited talk during this 2-day conference. The detailed schedule for the 2 days conference is mailed to the participants. Each day has 2 sessions. On today, 26th June, the first session is from 11:40 a.m. to 1:40 p.m. and the second session is from 2:50 p.m. to 4:50 p.m. On 27th June, tomorrow, the first session is from 11:05 a.m. to 1:05 p.m. and the second session is from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. The presentation time for the paper presentation is 10 to 15 minutes for each paper, and queries will be answered within 5 minutes. The total participants for this conference are 2,360. Totally we have received 328 full papers from all the streams, out of which 243 papers have been shortlisted for presentation after internal and external review. The selected best papers will be recommended and forwarded to the following Scopus indexed journals as per the willingness of the authors and scope of the journal: Journal of Mechanical and Production Engineering, Research and Development, Journal of Critical Reviews, Journal of Green Engineering, Journal of Engineering and Future Technology. All these details are available with our websites. We have released a book of abstracts with an ISBN number. I take this opportunity to thank our chairman, Sri P.R. Venkatramaraja, for his inspiring support towards organizing this conference. I also thank our patrons, Dr. R. Venkatraj, CEO, Ramco Group of Educational Institutions, and Dr. L. Ganesan, Principal and Patron, Ramco Institute of Technology, for his guidance. My thanks go to our co-patron, who initially thought this process during this pandemic period we can plan a conference, who initiated and motivated us, Dr. S. Rajaganaran, Vice Principal and co-patron for this conference, for his suggestion and help. I take this opportunity to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the advisory committee members, faculty coordinators of all the departments, and the faculty members of RIT. I thank all of them from the bottom of my heart. I thank all the internal and external reviewers and the session chairs who are going to conduct the conference for the remaining 2 days. I also thank all the participants for being a part of this event. I am sure you will have an interesting and fruitful time deliberating on the small tools, devices, and technologies. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Participants, thank you for listening to the inaugural function. The keynote address will starts at 10 o'clock.